Hey, this is Ranroth once more. It's time to make good on that promise of a new career mode. We're starting out in the main menu right now, so let's take this process right from the very beginning. We're aiming to make this video a little bit shorter than the previous one. Try to whip through the simple stuff and spend most of our time reviewing the squad and looking to beef up the team. So here's some bonuses that you can get when you if you've played the previous games, which I played a lot of FIFA 14, but I think we're going to skip these and make it just as difficult as possible for this series. So I'm not going to take the budget increase, we're not going to take a bonus scout, we're just going to move straight on in. We are going with Newport County like we mentioned in the last video, so let's go find them. Alright, still going with the 5-4-3 as default. Some decent money to spend as well, I like it. Okay, so we're going to go legendary. We're going to do 6-minute halves. The last video was 8-minute halves. It looked like it was a bit long, so we're going to try and shorten that up. We did go through a lot of the cutscenes and cinematics during the game, so I'll cut through those once we get into the real matches. Strictness, let's cut that down to strict, 60%. It just reduces the amount of money you get from selling players. It makes it a little more difficult to just sell big players and then buy everything. I'm going to change my currency to the pound sterling because it's my preferred one. The stadium, let's change this one. We are Newport County. We're going to go with our what Newport County's stadium really is, which is the Rodney Parade. Not sure who Rodney is or why he's getting a parade, but it sounds like a happy place to be, so we're gonna just work with it. Hopefully it will be happy in the future. So Rodney Parade, we're gonna download the latest squads for this. Well, let's throw in some European competition. And we're gonna go with realistic ones, seeded teams. It's not bad. It's not particularly accurate. Celtic aren't even seeded. They're probably in the Euro, that's where they ended up. Where are they? No Celtic in here either. I see St. Johnston and Motherwell. Come on. What's wrong with this? I disagree, sir. Anyways. Not exactly my problem, we're not being Celtic, so we're going to keep the first transfer window on, and we're ready to get going. So we're getting downloads going. So let's bring this up before we actually get going. We got all this fun stuff to do first. For those of you that were listening in the first video, I mentioned the concept of contests and prizes. So the first thing that I'll say is that pay attention in this video as we're going through the squad. I think the first contest we're going to set up is as you pay attention for the through the squads. The goal will be to try and figure out who is going to be the top scorer for our first season. We'll leave comments for your votes, but let's not do it in this video. We might have some changes to the squad between now and the end of the transfer season. So once the transfer window is all over, we'll make a new video and give you a quick run through all the squad, and then we'll place our votes there. We'll set up, process and rules for all that once that time comes. So it looks like we're almost done with the loading. We can actually get in here and start looking around. Looking at a pretty grumpy looking Diego Costa there. He just moved to Chelsea, even though he didn't have a particularly good World Cup, I don't think. Okay, set my save file. Alrighty. saving. We should be in. Trying to keep an eye on the clock. We don't want this to go too long. We're already 5 minutes in already, and we still haven't done anything. Okay, we're in. Let's. So here's the basic manager mode screen. Career. It doesn't look too different from anything that we've seen in the last game. So let's go quick to our mail. Wants to do something in the cup. Tell me the transfer market's open. Nope, manager's saying we should look for a center mid. If the squad is anything like last year, he's absolutely right. And we've got one scout to work with. Okay, yep. Just explaining the global transfer network and the scouting, we'll get into that in a minute. And here's our league objective, right in the middle paragraph. Finish mid-table. Considering what I expect my skill to be in this game once I pick up, I think mid-table is fairly accurate for the first season. We'll take this to consolidate, build up the squad, and maybe next season we'll go for promotion. If we can get it this season, that's just dandy though. So, let's have a look at the squad. Wow. 5-3-2. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's do the squad report first. Okay, Joe Day, he's on loan from Peterborough. As far as I'm aware, I think we got a fairly good selection of goalkeepers. Robbie Wilmot, major boost from last year. He was, I think he started out rated at 48, but let's take a look at his stats. He is very fast. That's the main thing that I know about him. He's a decent shooter as well. He's still set as a left wing back, although I much prefer him further forward, left mid or left winger. That's what he also can play there. Okay, Joe Day, don't know anything about. Sort of okay keeper. I hope we have a better one on the squad. Kevin Feely is new. I don't know too much of him. I remember seeing him play for Charlton. He must have been one of their youth players. Darren Jones, he's a veteran. I think I've seen him somewhere before, but not sure where. Andrew Hughes has got a bit of a bump. He started at 50 last year. He was one of my favorites. He's a really good tackler. At least that's what they say IRL, but his stats are okay now. He develops quite a bit, so he's probably one I'm going to keep around for a while. He ended up being one of my team captains. Lots of stamina, ready for any game. Andy Sandell, he's getting on. He's a little old now, but he's a decent player. He starts out well, but he's old, so he'll probably taper off fairly soon. Adam Chapman is one of my main guys. He's a Northern Ireland international. He played for the U21s, and I don't know if he's broken into the real squad yet, but he develops quite well. He ended up at 70 after a few years in FIFA 14. Lee Minshall, another one of the old guys, but he's fairly big, very strong, works well as a defensive midfielder. Mark Byrne, another new guy, looks like he's fairly quick, might be one of my dribblers. Maybe not, his dribbling stats don't look too good. He's definitely good on the ball, great passing, he'll be a set-up player. Joe Piggott, he's on loan from Charlton Athletic. I don't know too much about him, but he looks like he might be useful. Chris Zabrowski is another player I've seen before. I sold him fairly early on in FIFA 14. People offered a lot of money, but he's decent. He works hard and challenges the defense. He's not an out-and-out goal scorer, but he definitely helps out a lot. I think he was one of my top assists. Michael Flynn, great at long shots. He's still fairly good at long shots. But he's 33, he's not going to last long. He's going to start deteriorating fairly quick. Danny Crow, another old guy, he retires in a few years, but he's okay. He picked up a couple of goals, but not a great player. I might try and offload him early on. Let's see, Jan Klokowski, another midfielder. He looks fairly decent, actually. Might work well going forward. Ellis Redmond's a youth player. I did have him, but he spent a lot of time out on loan. We'll probably kick him out on loan again. If he develops well, we might keep him, but as the squad progresses, he might not keep up. We have to get rid of him. Ryan Jackson's one of my another good player, very fast. Works well on the further forward up the park. I'll probably give him a lot of playing time. He'll develop quickly. Christian Jolly. If there's a guy who looks happier in his picture and it fits his name. He is the Jolly Man. Very happy guy. He's a decent striker. He's really quick, good, decent in the air, good finisher. I think he's going to be one of my main strikers. Right along with this guy, Rene Howe. He's very strong, pretty good in the air. He's your goal getter. Maybe a bit of a poacher, but that's what we'll work with. Max Porter, he was okay. Worked hard, but no great skill. Aaron O'Connor, I got rid of him quickly last year. He's fairly old, but he did grab a few goals. He's sort of quick. He's decent physical stats, so maybe he'll get some game time early on. Ishmael Yakubu is one of my starting center backs. I'll probably throw him in the lineup fairly soon. He's a good player. Lenny Pidgley, there's my main keeper. But last year, for all the people who played as Newport County, I watched Tough Man, if you're familiar with that career mode YouTube poster. He got rid of Lenny Pidgley really quick because he was garbage. And last year I agree with him, but we'll give him a go since he's our only backup keeper. We only got 2 goalkeepers this year. That's kind of worrying, but we'll see what happens. If Pidgley's the man for the job this time, great. It's a lot better than last year. So we reviewed the squad, we see what we got. I think we're missing center mids. Let's go in here and just take a look at the list. We've got, a lot of strikers, I think. It's not a very deep reserve. We just need more players just to fill out the squad. Okay, so we got plenty of strikers. I think we're okay there. 6 strikers is definitely plenty. I think I might look for some wingers because we've got plenty of center mids, actually, it turns out. What is that, 6 of them? We got some wingers. I really like to switch to a 4-4-2. So let's go have a look. Let's see what we got at our scouts. Scouts looking for stuff already. No wingers here. No, I think I really want to pursue yet. Okay, how do I want to look first? Let's go straight into the free agents. That's where I find the best place to look for players when you don't have much money. So let's start with some on the right mids. And let's lower the age a lot. Let's go to, let's see, 24. I would like some young players just so we don't have to deal with a lot of retirees. Let's see what we've got going. And where's the go button? There we go. Okay, let's see what we got. Danny Bejarano, I did pick him up. He was okay. He's Bolivian international. Same with Magua. Let's look into him. He's actually got a lot better stats than he did last year. I think I definitely want him. Let's see if we can pick him up. How much money does he want? 2,000? That's a lot. Let's see if we can undercut just a little bit. And we'll say he's give that a go, see what happens. Alright, and we'll do the same again for the left mid. Ralta's a guy I picked up last year. He ended up not being that good. He did not develop at all, but looks like he's maybe about the same. We'll bring him in. He seemed pretty decent, so let's undercut a little bit, get what he wants, see what they say about that. So, if there's a need for tutorials on any of this stuff, I'm just kind of skipping quickly through it. Post comments, let us know what we need if we want to spend more time on this. Another video might be necessary before the transfer season ends. So let's see. I'm not going to look into youth scouting just yet. I'm going to keep my money for players and not invest in that just yet. I'm a big believer in youth scouting, but let's have a look at our. We got almost a full month before our first friendly against Leon. I don't even know where they're from. It might be Mexican League maybe, and I don't know what team that is either. Almost looks like Benfica, but I don't think it is. Looks like we got some difficult friendlies. And the last one is that Bruges, one of the Belgian teams. We can view fixture. Yeah, oh, Circle Bruges. There we go. Okay, so that's who they are. And this one, Club Leon, either Mexican or one of the South American teams. And the last one, oh, it is Benfica. We're gonna get wrecked in that match. They're Champions League quality. Jeez. Okay, goal for that match. Do not let in too many goals. Okay. So let's take a quick look at the squad again. And let's see if we can change up the formation. Let's find a decent 4-4-2. Let's see, we don't want. That's a good basic one. We'll go with that. Let's see, roles. That'll change from game to game. Instructions. I'll worry about that later. We can do a full tutorial on the instructions. It's a new feature for FIFA 15. I played with it a little bit in the demo, but not too much yet, so we can do another video on that. Tactics. These are in a different menu, but I think it's the same concept. It's just how your team will play together. You can have a customized one, or there's some preset ones. Go through those later. If there's need, leave comments if any of this you want more in-depth tutorials on. I'm more than willing to make those videos. So let's go back to, yeah. Alright, let's move people around. I'm gonna go with, let's put Hal up there. Zabrowski's a good pair. Let's see. Switch Sandell over to the left. Who's our right back? Do we only have the one right back? It is only Jackson, so let's plug him in there for now. I'm going to leave Hughes out there. Jones, I feel he's going to take a break. We're going to put Yakubu in there because he's my best center back. Stick Pidgley in goal to start. And Flynn will go in there. So that's about our strongest squad. Once we get a proper right winger, we should probably look at another right and left back as well. Let's save that. It's taking a little while to save that. Okay. Team Sheets is a new feature. I'll take a quick peek in there. You can import Team Sheets from somewhere else. That's a nifty idea. The way it works is you can just set up multiple formations with, maybe even with the players in the positions as well, and then pull them up quickly and easily, so you can switch your formation and the players in it fairly quickly. I'll play around with that offline, and we'll see if it ends up being useful. I do plan to try and use multiple formations over the season. We'll see what really works, but we'll start with a basic 4-4-2, and I think that's good. I think we'll end the video there. Let's go and see what those two guys we offered contracts to. Let's see what they say real quick before we finish this up. Okay, oh, Ralta's happy with it, so let's bring him in. And we'll take a peek and see how good he is. And so he's right. What does Bejarano say? So he's not interested in relocating. That translates to he wants more money, so we have to change our budget real quick. Let's just push that way over here. Well, we've got plenty of wages. We're going to have to bring in a lot of players. We've got the money for it, so let's just set that. And let's give him the full 2,000 he wants, and we'll say that he's crucial because we don't have a right winger. We need one, and he looked like he'll be fairly decent, so let's bring him in full price. Say he's important, and see if we can get him in right before we finish. Okay, yep, he accepted that. Good, great place to end. So, thanks for watching. Comments down below, let me know if there's anything we want to see, and we'll see you at the first friendly probably. See you all later.